No words. I have absolutely no words. First off, sorry, I knew I was going to say I was going to release this yesterday, but I didn't know that the episodes weren't going to release until 9 o'clock at night. That was a factor. And also, I had to recover from that first 10 minutes alone. I still need to recover from it. So right now, this is your spoiler warning for Daredevil Born Again and the Netflix show. Really all the Netflix shows. So I'm going to be breaking down some of that in this video. Okay. Now, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. If you didn't click off and you haven't seen it, go click off now. This is your warning. I don't want to be a jerk and spoil it for you. I'm giving you like 5 seconds. Not really 5 seconds. I'm giving you like a minute to click off. So, go. I don't care about the views. I do it because I like it. I don't care how many subscribers I have, how much views I get. I don't care. I just do it because it's fun. But okay. So, the first thing in the episode... Okay. Okay, I'm good. It's been like 22 hours. I'm fine. So the first thing in episode 1 of Daredevil Born Again is, you see, so at the end of Daredevil season 3, Karen, Foggy, and Matt officially open Nelson, Murdoch, and Paige. Now that is such a good scene, and that was something that I really was hoping and really looking forward to seeing in this show, was these 3 characters interacting. And then we get like 5 minutes of that. So they go out of their law firm and they're talking about nostalgia, which is great because, I mean, the last season came out like over 6 years ago. Let's see, it was 2018. Yeah, so it was 7 years ago. 7 years ago, Daredevil ended. Wow, that's shocking. But yeah, it was really good. I loved that little thing of just them walking down the street and talking. I love that so much. And by the way, I should mention that Foggy was my favorite character from the Netflix show. So yeah, it was great. Where should I go? Oh yeah, so they go to the Josie's, which is a bar from the comics and from the Netflix show that they went to a lot. And I mean, like, that's their like main hangout spot, okay? And then that son of a bullseye just pulls up, and like, yeah, yes, you don't see him, you hear him assassinate a dude that Matt, Foggy, and Karen were working with. And then Foggy has a phone call outside. He gets killed. That's the first time I said that. Wow. By bullseye. Yeah, that was great. But I'm actually almost about to cry again. I was like sobbing. But yeah, and you know, Karen's out there, and Matt, oh, you know what he does? He goes in the devil. He calls in the devil. And I love his suit. It's really good. I really like on his batons how he has the cable. I'm blanking on what it's called now. I'll look it up later. I know it, I just can't think of it right now. But and it's all one take. this is okay. I should mention. So when Bullseye in season 3 attacks the Bulletin and the church, and Karen is there, he hits her with a "Hello, Karen. It's nice to see you again." And what does this do? What does he do when he sees Karen lying over Foggy? "Hello, Karen. It's nice to see you again." I want him, like, here's the thing. When I first saw the Daredevil show, I never wanted Matt to kill anyone, because that is his one rule. He doesn't kill people. That is Daredevil. That's what Daredevil stands for. And if he kills someone, that loses everything. So I did not want him to kill anyone. But the second that bullet hit Foggy, I wanted Bullseye dead. I wanted Matt to kill him. It was... But yeah, and like, it's all one take. It's a fight throughout Josie's, and like, they go up to the roof, and Matt just starts beating the hell out of him. And eventually, like, oh, I should mention, a horn gets broken off of his helmet, his cowl. And Bullseye, and Matt's like pissed. He's like furious. And so he like throws Bullseye off the building, and he's just right on the ground. Now I will note, he does survive. Yay, there's gonna be more of him. Oh my god. Okay. Let me see. In this run, in the comics, it's Karen who dies, not Foggy. Which, yeah, I would have been heartbroken with Karen. But, I mean, that they changed it? Yeah, and then you see, since Matt lost Foggy, he's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done being Daredevil. And he takes off his cowl and he throws it down. It's a great shot. You see the ambulance is coming, and there's just that shot of the cowl just falling, and it's the broken horn that actually has like a D on it, which is really, really cool detail. That's the first 10 minutes. That's all just the first 10 minutes. It's not the first episode, it's the first 10 minutes. And we get the new title sequence. I've only seen it twice, okay? I'm gonna see it 7 more times. I don't have an opinion on it yet. It's not as good as the original. I knew that going into it, that it wouldn't be the one from the Netflix show. It's so good and so iconic that they couldn't match what that was. And if you know me in my personal life, and you've heard me talk about the Daredevil intro, the Angel of Shame, that's one shot. You actually see one of my shorts. I actually posted the Daredevil intro, and there's this one. So Daredevil has a lot of Catholic ties, which I love that, but they kept it in with this, which is amazing. I love that. And very briefly, though, not as much as the Netflix show that they did yet. I don't know. There's this one shot in the intro to Daredevil, the Netflix show, and it's like the Catholic Church is like being like melted in with I always thought it was candle wax, but actually someone pointed out to me that they think it was blood, which I like. That's okay. I still think it's like wax-ish, but there's this one, and it's like creating, and there, like, you see this church, and there's like a statue of an angel, but she has just her hand over her face, like in shame. That's Daredevil. That says so much about his character. It's just like 2 seconds. It says everything about his character. And yeah, where do we go from there? Do we meet with Fisk after this? No. Honestly, it's been 22 hours since I saw it. We'll rewatch it again, like right now. It's so good. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, we meet. I'm not gonna break down it from shot for shot. I'm just gonna say what I liked and what I didn't like. I just wanted to say that 10 minutes because that was like what. Okay, so we're seeing this like a report. It's called the BB report, which is actually I remember from the Netflix show. Someone that Karen worked with, Ben. His name was Ben. I forget what his last name was, but is his daughter, who he was a journalist, and Fisk had him killed. So, I think it's Yerk. I think that was his last name. But yeah, so we get introduced to her character. I really am enjoying her character in the show so far. Yeah. Oh, I should mention, at Josie's, we meet up with a few people, and like they're watching the news, and it's White Tiger. Now I know my my fellow like 2010s kids know Ultimate Spider-Man. And you might think, oh yeah, I know who White Tiger is. Yeah, she's a really cool character. No. This is not her. That's not Ava. Is her name Ava? Oh my god. I need to read I need to read some comics. I should get some more Daredevil. I don't think I have any Daredevil comics. I'm gonna keep talking, but I'm also gonna look. But yeah, so then we but his name is Hector. And he's a really good character from the comics. Obviously he's White Tiger, really good character. But I don't want to like him. Like, well, obviously I want to like him, but I don't want like him to be like my favorite character. Like, dude, oh my god. Okay, let me just say this. So the actor who played White Tiger in Daredevil Born Again died from cancer on Christmas Eve 2023. So yeah, that's terrible. And that's why I don't really want to like his character that much, because I don't want to get connected to him and know there's not going to be any more of him. It'll be like Black Panther all over again. Like, you get introduced to him in Civil War, you love this character, he's a great character. He has his own solo movie. He's in both Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. You love this character. Turns out Chadwick Boseman had cancer and he died. That was just he didn't even tell anyone, which is even more devastating, really. But but this is different since he is already dead when his character was introduced. That I don't think it will impact people as much, but I hope his character is really good, and I hope they pull like an Iron Man 3, basically, and at the end of the show, it's like a CGI, it's like him as CGI. And if you don't remember, at the end of Iron Man 3, when it's Tony at the edge of where his Malibu mansion was, and he like throws the arc reactor, that's all CGI. Robert Downey Jr. did not film that. I kind of hope they pull an Iron Man 3 there, and they like CGI make him, and then like pass the mantle on of White Tiger to his sister, so that it's a nice like passing of the mantle, and you don't have to recast him if he was really, really good. Now, if he wasn't the best, then okay, yeah, you can recast him, like Ed Norton as Hulk, even though Ed Norton didn't die. I honestly, okay, hot take here, I prefer Edward Norton than Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo does a great job. Actually, I prefer Mark Ruffalo's Banner. I much rather prefer Norton as the Hulk, and also the struggle with Hulk and Banner. I think it's much better. Edward Norton portrayed that better than Mark Ruffalo. But that's just my take. And okay, let's see, where are we in Daredevil? Okay, so yeah, so we get introduced to White Tiger then in the end of episode 1, or the beginning of episode 2. I'm not sure, it's a blur. Again, I just watched these like a day ago, so it's not fresh in my mind. Yeah, but White Tiger is really good, and Bullseye is alive. Great. And so Karen has moved to San Francisco, which is from the comics. And yeah, her relationship with Matt isn't the best anymore after Foggy. But yeah, and they get a really nice scene together, which I think is great. And Matt has a new love interest. I forget what her name is right now, because I know who it is. Okay, but she's a therapist. Oh, I should probably say that Matt works at a new firm with another friend that he has, and she knew this woman who she said like she was a client, right? And she told the love interest that that Matt needed a therapist, and like she was like setting them up for a therapy session basically, because she's a therapist. And they're like all embarrassed, and then they get together, they have dinner, and over that first date they hear that Wilson Fisk has won mayor of New York City. Okay, I feel Spider-Man. Oh, this is an actual. Ooh, I just found a holy grail of comics in here. This is an original, in the best condition, Marvel team up Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. Oh, there is a Spider-Man reference, by the way, and a Punisher too. There was I'm gonna do my best, my goated Wilson Fisk voice. I will be disarming vigilantes. There'll be no gun-armed men with skulls on their chest, or men dressed as spiders and devils. So yeah, there's a Spider-Man reference, and that was a really good impression of Wilson Fisk. This city is Vanessa safe? Over X-Men. Oh, this is another great one. Great book I have. First appearance of Wolverine. That one, I'm getting distracted. Okay. So, yeah, they're at Bullseye. Okay, so... Oh, and there's this really good artwork. And yeah, back to the girlfriend. So then they find out, and Wilson and Vanessa. I can't say Vanessa without doing the Wilson Fisk voice, because obviously. And then they're having like marital issues, which I like seeing Wilson Fisk as an actual human being and not just a monster, which he really is. But it's nice seeing him as like an actual human being with actual problems. I really like that. That's why I love the Netflix show so much, because they don't just show Fisk as just this huge villain. They do, but they also show that he's a human being too. And that's something that a lot of Marvel projects, even though they're really good, they don't show the villain as an actual human. That's why I love like things like Captain America Civil War. that is an amazing movie. And you don't think that Zemo, and he's like pure evil, yeah, he puts the Avengers against each other. Yeah. But his pretty good reason why he did is because in Sokovia, his family, his entire family was killed. He wasn't there. Like, it's one thing to be there and survived, but he wasn't even there and he couldn't do anything about it. So he felt powerless in that moment. And he blamed it on the Avengers. Perfect villain right there. Baron Zemo. But, and also, that is why. So I rewatched Daredevil, obviously, for this. And I'm going to say it right now. As much as I love Loki was such a good show. Daredevil is my favorite comic book, not just TV show, project. My favorite Marvel project. From all of the Blade movies, which I love so much, to the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, which I love, even to Nick Cage's Ghost Rider movies, which I have a soft spot for. They're really fun. And even the Guardians of the Galaxy. And even, like, if you jump DC, The Dark Knight, it's a perfect movie. I love it. Still not that good. The Suicide Squad, the James Gunn one. It's great. It's amazing. It does nothing to touch Daredevil. That is just so freaking good. But yeah, I'm just not going to bore you anymore. It's not really my top tier thing. But all I'm going to leave you with is that this, so far, is my favorite MCU project. It's just, even though, yeah, the Netflix show is canon to the MCU, it wasn't made as an MCU project. Yes, it does, and along with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, they all have references to the MCU. But it wasn't made an actual MCU project. So this is my favorite actual MCU project so far. And it's only been 2 episodes. That's the thing. That's the thing that I was so worried, because they were like reshooting. They were like a whole, like it was a halt on the production. And like it was a whole creative overhaul thing. Like Daredevil Born Again was terrible. It's terrible. And Kevin Feige realized this, and they're like, no, we can't do this. Like, originally, it had nothing to do with the Netflix show. It was just going to be a reboot. It wasn't going to have anything. The Netflix show wouldn't have happened. And it's not what these characters deserve. This, right here, you can watch right now on Disney+. That is what the characters deserve. And as much as I disagree with how they should have handled other things in it, it's perfect. I give these first 2 episodes a 10 out of 10. Perfect. Actually, I'll give the first episode a 10 out of 10. I'll give the second one a 9.5. I don't know. The second one was kind of slow for me. But it doesn't matter. They were really... I cannot wait for I can't wait till April 25th. Because that is when the last episode of Daredevil Born Again will come out. And that is the last... Well, not the last episode. There's going to be a season 2. But I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. And I'm going to go now. I'm going to buy some Daredevil comics. Oh, actually, one more thing. For you Wednesday fans. Is his name Tyler? Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. I only saw it when it came out. But you know, the one kid, the creepy looking kid that turned out to be the villain. Very surprising. He's in this, and I think he's gonna play Muse. who we do see Muse for a bit. Only the back of him. You don't really see the front. You do in the trailer, so. So Muse is an artist of sorts. So let me just put this lightly. How do I? Oh yeah. So he kinda murders his victims and uses their body parts and liquids for art pieces. That's fun. But yeah, that is Muse, and no one knows his name. Like, you don't know his name. He's like the Marvel Banksy, but like violent. Like, really violent. And yeah. That's basically it. But I think he's gonna play Muse, and we don't know his name because we never find out his name in the comics. Which I think is really cool that we're not, like, we don't know his name yet. I don't know if they're gonna give him a name or what. But yeah, I'm looking through these cards now because I want to find a Daredevil. Oh, that's Scarlet Spider. That's cool. Cable. Oof. Yeah. Anachron. Watchers. I think this is Luke Cage. But yeah. Gabi. It's just, I honestly, since WandaVision, I have never been this hyped for an MCU show. And I've never wanted it to be the next week. So, I've stopped watching the MCU, the Disney Plus shows week to week. I've just waited for them all to come out, but I couldn't wait with this one. I couldn't. Like, that's honestly, as much as I really liked Loki Season 1, I waited for all of Season 2 to come out before I watched it. And that made me love the Loki show, because I rewatched Season 1, realized how much I loved it. But, yeah, I mean, this has just been so good, and like, this is so hard because I can't put it in words, but it did, but it just was so good, and I was in tears of sadness and tears of joy for this. This has been such a great show so far. I cannot wait for next week. I want it to be April 25th right now, so that I can just watch the whole thing in its entirety and just love it. But anyway, guys, goodbye. I'm doing awesome, and I'll see you this weekend.